Episode 8, Jimin's Heartbreak.
The entire wedding hall fell into complete silence. The priest's final words echoed through the air. "Priest, you may now kiss your bride." For a brief moment, Yoongi completely froze. His eyes widened slightly. The kiss. I completely forgot about that. Slowly, his gaze shifted toward the guests. Everyone was watching with bright smiles. Then he looked at Namjoon and Jin. Both of them were waiting quietly. Next, his eyes landed on Tae and Jungkook. The two looked far more excited than the bride and groom themselves. Tae was practically bouncing with excitement. Finally, his gaze stopped on Jimin. She stood quietly beside him. Her cheeks were glowing a soft crimson beneath the veil. Her heartbeat felt so loud that she wondered if everyone around her could hear it. She nervously tightened her fingers around the bouquet in her hands. Then, the priest smiled kindly.
"My child!
Kiss your bride and seal this marriage." A quiet murmur spread through the hall. Yoongi slowly stepped closer. One step, then another. The distance between them disappeared. Jimin's breathing became uneven. He was so close enough for her to feel his presence. Her heart raced wildly inside her chest. Unable to face him, she slowly closed her eyes. The entire hall watched in anticipation. Yoongi leaned in. From where everyone stood, it looked as though he had gently kissed his bride. A wave of happy smiles spread across the guests. But only two people knew the truth. At the very last second, Yoongi had quietly placed his thumb between their lips. Instead of kissing Jimin, his lips touched only his own thumb. To everyone else, it looked completely real. Jimin's eyes slowly fluttered open. For a brief second, confusion filled her face. She hadn't felt his lips, only his thumb. Yoongi calmly stepped back as if nothing unusual had happened. No one seemed to notice, except Jimin. She silently stared at him, unable to understand why he had done that. Before the awkward silence could grow, Tae suddenly laughed. "Hyung, this is a wedding hall, not your bedroom. Now let go of my soulmate." The guests burst into warm laughter. Even Jungkook couldn't hide his smile. Yoongi quietly stepped back. The priest smiled warmly before announcing the completion of the ceremony. The wedding was finally over. One by one, the guests approached the newly married couple. Everyone congratulated them with warm smiles. "Congratulations. May you always stay happy together. Wishing you a lifetime of happiness." Jimin smiled politely at everyone, but deep inside, her thoughts remained stuck on only one moment. Why? Why didn't he kiss me? A few minutes later, Jin walked over with tears of happiness shining in her eyes. Without saying a word, she gently pulled Jimin into a warm embrace. "Congratulations, my baby. We're so happy for you." Jimin smiled softly and hugged her back. Nearby, Namjoon placed a firm hand on Yoongi's shoulder. His voice carried the calm authority of a father. "From today onward, Jimin is your responsibility. Take good care of her." Yoongi remained silent for a moment. Then he simply nodded. "I will." Even though his heart felt anything but calm. Meanwhile, Jimin was still lost in thought. The memory of that unfinished kiss refused to leave her mind. Before she could think any further, Tae suddenly linked their arms together. "Come with me." Without waiting for an answer, she happily pulled Jimin toward a quieter corner of the hall. The moment they were alone, Tae wrapped her arms tightly around her soulmate. "Congratulations, Mrs. Min." Jimin couldn't help smiling. Then, a mischievous grin spread across Tae's face. She leaned closer. "So, how did it feel?" Jimin blinked innocently. What? Dramatically gasped. Don't act innocent. I'm talking about the kiss. Were Yoongi Hyung's lips soft? The smile on Jimin's face slowly disappeared. A flicker of sadness crossed her eyes. Tae immediately noticed. Her teasing expression faded. Jim? What happened? For the first time, Jimin lied to her soulmate. She forced a tiny smile. Jimin, nothing. I was just thinking, after today, I won't be living in the mansion anymore. I'm going to miss Ioma and Appa. Tae instantly relaxed. She laughed softly before lightly poking Jimin's forehead. Silly. Uncle Namjoon and Aunt Jin are still your parents too. You can visit them whenever you want, Jimin smiled gently. Tae suddenly remembered something. Her eyes sparkled with excitement. She quickly picked up a beautifully wrapped gift box from a nearby chair and placed it into Jimin's hands. Here! My wedding gift! Jimin looked at it curiously. What's inside? Tae quickly shook her head. Nope, you'll open it later. A mischievous smile appeared on her lips. It's your gift. But I think Yoongi Hyung will be even happier than you. Jimin blinked in confusion. What does that even mean? Tae simply giggled. I'm not telling you. Before Jimin could ask again, she suddenly remembered something important. By the way, we'd answer your calls. Tae's smile slowly faded. She shook her head. No, I've been calling him for days. But his phone is always switched off, Jimin sighed quietly. I tried calling him too, but I couldn't reach him either. Tae folded her arms. Well, when he finally comes back, he'll be shocked to find out you got married without him. She chuckled softly. He might even get mad at us. Jimin smiled helplessly. Probably. The two best friends continued talking quietly, completely unaware that the happiest day of Jimin's life was slowly becoming the beginning of her biggest heartbreak. Well, on the other side of the wedding hall, Jungkook walked toward Yoongi with his signature bunny smile. Without saying a word, he gently patted Yoongi's shoulder before pulling him into a brief hug. Congratulations, Hyung! Yoongi gave him a small nod. Thanks. For a few seconds, Jungkook simply looked at him. The smile on his face slowly faded. His expression turned unusually serious. Hyung, can I ask you something? Yoongi looked at him. Jungkook took a slow breath. Tell me honestly, how did you suddenly agree to this marriage? His eyes searched Yoongi's face carefully. You didn't marry because of some compulsion, did you? For a brief moment, Yoongi remained silent. Then a faint smile appeared on his lips. No, Cookie. You're overthinking. It's nothing like that. Jungkook continued studying his face for another moment. Something still didn't feel right, but he decided not to ask any more questions. Instead, a warm smile returned to his face. Whatever the reason is, Chim is your wife now. So please, take good care of her. She's genuinely a good girl. A tiny chuckle escaped his lips. Okay, she acts childish sometimes, but she's kind, and she's much more mature than people think. Yoongi's eyes unconsciously drifted toward Jimin. She was standing across the hall, laughing brightly with Tae, looking completely carefree. His expression remained unreadable. Mature? The same girl who agreed to this marriage, just to become part of the Min family. To gain status. Right. He quickly buried those thoughts behind his usual calm expression. Yoongi, I know. I'll take good care of her. Don't worry. Jungkook finally smiled in relief. Then he handed Yoongi a neatly wrapped gift box. This is my wedding gift. But a mischievous bunny grin spread across his face. Don't open it here. Open it after you reach home. Yoongi raised an eyebrow. Why? Jungkook scratched the back of his neck awkwardly. That suspicious smile still hadn't disappeared. You'll find out. Just then, Tae and Jimin walked over. The very second Tae reached them, a mischievous sparkle appeared in her eyes. Uh-oh. Jungkook immediately recognized that look. She's about to embarrass someone. Before he could stop her, Tae leaned closer to Jimin with a shameless grin. Jim, take good care of yourself tonight. And especially your back. Jimin blinked in complete confusion. My back. Tae nodded with a completely serious face. Then she burst into uncontrollable laughter. Yes! I'm just saying. I hope Hung doesn't break your back. Or the bed tonight. At that exact moment, Yoongi, who had just taken a sip of his drink, immediately spat it out. He started coughing violently. Jimin's face exploded into a deep crimson. She wished the floor would open and swallow her whole. Tay! Meanwhile, Tae laughed so hard that tears formed in her eyes. Jungkook quickly covered her mouth with both hands. Sorry! I'm so sorry, Hung. He repeatedly bowed before dragging the still laughing Tae away. Even as Jungkook pulled her across the hall, her muffled laughter continued echoing through the venue. Silence. A painfully awkward silence settled between the newly married couple. Yoongi quietly cleared his throat. Jimin stared at the floor. Neither of them dared to look at the other. Both silently pretended the last 30 seconds had never happened. Just then, Namjoon and Jin walked over. Most of the guests had already left. It was finally time for the newly married couple to leave together. Jin's eyes slowly became teary again. She walked straight toward Jimin and wrapped her in a warm embrace. Jin, take care of yourself, Chim. Jimin hugged her tightly. Meanwhile, Yoongi watched the emotional scene from a distance. The corner of his lips twitched. It feels like they're marrying off their daughter, not their son. Then again, nothing new. It's always been like this. He quietly looked away. Namjoon stepped forward. A warm smile appeared on his face as he gently patted Jimin's head. Be happy, Chim. Jimin smiled softly. I will, Upper. Jin finally turned toward Yoongi. She opened her mouth.
Yoongi?
Please take care of Ch. Before she could finish, Yoongi let out a dramatic sigh. I know. Take care of Chim. You've said that at least 50 times since the wedding started. For a second, Namjoon and Jin simply blinked. Then they couldn't help laughing. Even on his wedding day, their son hadn't changed at all. Jin smiled lovingly. Fine. I won't say it again. Then her expression softened. She gently straightened Yoongi's tie. But you take care of yourself too. For a brief second, Yoongi simply looked at her. Then he quietly nodded. Okay. Without another word, he turned toward the exit. Just before leaving, he looked at Jimin. I'm waiting in the car. Then he walked away. After Yoongi disappeared from sight, Jin gently held both of Jimin's hands. Her eyes were filled with nothing but love. Chim, take good care of Yoongi. And if he gets angry or says something harsh, don't take it to heart. You know him. He gets irritated over the smallest things. Jimin smiled softly. There wasn't even the slightest hint of doubt in her eyes. I know Yoon better than anyone, Iyama, so don't worry. Jin smiled lovingly. She gently caressed Jimin's cheek. I know, But if anything ever happens, you'll tell me, okay? Jimin nodded obediently. Okay. Namjoon slowly stepped closer. His voice became quieter, more meaningful. Jim, love comes with many trials. There will be moments when your heart will be tested. He looked deeply into her eyes. So, no matter what happens, stay strong and never give up. Jimin blinked in slight confusion. She didn't completely understand his words, but she still smiled and nodded. I will, Upper. With one final hug, Jimin slowly turned around. Then, she walked toward the black luxury car waiting outside, where her husband, Yoongi, was already waiting for her. At the wedding venue, a luxurious black car waited quietly. Inside, Yoongi sat behind the steering wheel, waiting. His fingers tapped impatiently against it as he glanced at the entrance. A few moments later, Jimin finally walked out of the hall. Her white wedding gown flowed gracefully behind her as she slowly made her way toward the car. She stopped beside the passenger door. For a second, she simply stood there. A tiny smile appeared on her lips. Maybe he'll come around. He'll open the door for me. She waited. 1 second, then another. Nothing happened. Instead, beep! The car horn suddenly echoed through the quiet parking area. Jimin jumped slightly. Yoongi rolled down the window just enough to look at her. His expression remained blank. What are you thinking about? Hurry up and get in. I want to go home and rest. The small smile on Jimin's face slowly disappeared. Okay. She quietly opened the car door herself. But the moment she tried to sit, her heavy wedding gown became tangled outside the car. She carefully tried pulling the layers of fabric inside. Once, twice, it still wouldn't fit properly. Inside the car, Yoongi let out a quiet sigh. His patience was beginning to wear thin. Yoongi. Jimin. Hurry. Jimin nervously tried again. I'm trying, but it's stuck. Another few seconds passed. Finally, Yoongi opened his door and stepped out. Without saying anything, he bent down, gathered the layers of her gown, and quickly arranged them inside the car. Then bang! He shut the passenger door a little harder than necessary. The sudden sound made Jimin flinch. Yoongi walked back to the driver's seat without another word. The engine started. As the car pulled away from the wedding venue, silence settled between them. After a few moments, Yoongi spoke while keeping his eyes on the road. Yoongi, you should have changed into something more comfortable before leaving. Jimin looked down at her dress, then smiled awkwardly. How could I? This is my wedding dress. I wanted to wear it a little longer. Yoongi didn't reply. He simply continued driving. Jimin quietly looked at him for a moment. His tired face didn't escape her notice. A small look of concern appeared in her eyes. Yoon, you look really tired. For a brief moment, Yoongi thought about ignoring the question, but eventually he answered. That single response was enough for Jimin, just like always. She started talking again. By the way, I've wanted to see your apartment for so long. Now I'll finally get to see it. A bright smile returned to her face. Jimin, is it on the first floor? Or the second? Did you decorate everything in black again? You've always liked black, she giggled softly. I wonder what your kitchen looks like. And your bedroom. Do you have a balcony? The car remained filled with her cheerful voice. Yoon? What kind of coffee do you keep at home? Did you buy new furniture? Is your apartment bigger than your London one? Question after question, without even waiting for answers. Inside, Yoongi's patience was slowly reaching its limit. His grip tightened around the steering wheel, his jaw clenched. Still, he forced himself to stay calm. Control yourself. You've listened to this non-stop chatter your whole life. Now you'll have to hear it every single day. I need to figure out a way to get some peace. Completely unaware of his thoughts, Jimin kept smiling. Suddenly she remembered something. Jimo paid me a wedding gift. She said I'd like it, but you'd like it even more. She laughed softly. I'm really curious. I want to open it as soon as we get home. Yoongi slowly took a deep breath, then another. Finally, he spoke in the calmest voice he could manage. Jimin, can you stay quiet for a little while? We can talk after we get home. I need to focus on the road. Jimin's lips instantly formed a tiny pout. She lowered her head slightly. Okay, Yoon? After that, silence finally filled the car. Jimin quietly looked out the window, while Yoongi continued driving without saying another word. As the city lights passed by outside, the black car slowly disappeared into the night, heading toward Yoongi's apartment, where another unexpected chapter of their married life was about to begin. The apartment door slowly unlocked. Click, without saying a word, Yoongi stepped inside. Jimin quietly followed behind him. The moment she entered the apartment, a tiny smile appeared on her lips. Just as she had imagined, everything was black. Black walls, black furniture, black curtains. Even the smallest decorations reflected Yoongi's cold personality. She couldn't help smiling. I knew it. Yoon hasn't changed at all. Meanwhile, Yoongi casually took off his wedding coat and tossed it onto the couch before loosening his tie. He looked completely exhausted. Jimin, on the other hand, quietly admired every corner of the apartment. After a long moment, Yoongi finally looked at her. Go, change out of that dress. Jimin blinked. Almost instantly, Tae's shameless teasing echoed inside her mind. Hung will definitely help you change your wedding dress. After all, it's your first night. Her cheeks immediately turned bright red. Seeing her standing there without moving, Yoongi frowned slightly. What? I told you to go change. Didn't you hear me? Jimin quickly snapped out of her thoughts. She smiled awkwardly. Oh, okay. She glanced around the apartment before asking softly, by the way, which one is our room, Yoon? For a brief second, Yoongi simply stared at her. Then a cold, humorless laugh escaped his lips. Our room? Jimin nodded innocently. Our room. The smile instantly disappeared from Yoongi's face. His expression turned frighteningly cold. Just because we got married doesn't mean we're going to share a room, Jimin frowned. Confusion slowly filled her eyes. What do you mean? Yoongi slowly walked closer. His face remained expressionless. His voice calm, cold, almost emotionless. It means exactly what I said. I married you because my parents forced me. They blackmailed me. If it had been my choice, I would have never married you. Those words struck Jimin's heart like a knife. Her eyes instantly filled with tears. Still, she desperately tried to hold them back. Jimin, what are you saying? Yoon? The moment that nickname left her lips, something inside Yoongi finally snapped. Stop calling me Yoon! I've told you countless times we're not children anymore. My name is Yoongi. Understand? Jimin flinched. A single tear slowly rolled down her cheek. Her trembling lips barely moved. I'm sorry? Yoongi closed his eyes for a brief second. He took a deep breath. But years of buried frustration refused to stay buried. When he opened his eyes again, they were colder than ever. Listen carefully, Jimin. My parents pressured me into this marriage. They forced me, so don't expect anything from me. No husband, no love, no relationship, and definitely no married life. Jimin slowly shook her head. Her voice trembled. But Yoongi... Before she could finish, Yoongi cut her off. Yoongi, you wanted to become Min Jimin, didn't you? Congratulations, you got exactly what you wanted. The Min surname, the status, the respect. Each word felt colder than the last. His voice carried nothing but bitterness. If becoming part of the Min family was all you wanted, you should have told me. I would have asked Mom and Dad to legally adopt you. You would have become Min Jimin anyway. You would have had the same family, the same respect, and even half of my family's inheritance, if that's what you were after. He looked straight into her tear-filled eyes. His next words shattered the last piece of her heart. Instead, you destroyed my life. The moment you agreed to this marriage, Jimin could no longer hold herself together. Tears streamed endlessly down her cheeks. She shook her head desperately. That's not true. Yoongi's eyes turned even colder. Really? You expect me to believe that? You've always known how to make my parents choose you. Ever since we were kids. Jimin's voice broke completely. No, it's not like that. Yoongi stared at her without the slightest hint of sympathy. It is exactly like that. Jimin's voice trembled uncontrollably. Jimin, no, it's not like that. You're my best friend. I waited for you for 5 years. Every single day, I believed you would come back to me. I've loved. Before she could finish, Yoongi suddenly grabbed her chin, not hard enough to hurt her, but firmly enough to stop her from speaking. His eyes burned with years of buried anger. A bitter laugh escaped his lips. Best friend? You still believe that? His grip tightened ever so slightly. Then listen carefully, because today, I'm going to destroy every illusion you've been living in. He looked straight into her tear-filled eyes. When I was 8 and you were only 5, my parents forced me to become your friend. They kept telling me, Jimin has no friends, play with her, protect her, take her everywhere. If I refused, they stopped my allowance. They refused to buy me the things I wanted. They blackmailed me. So every smile, every game, every moment I spent with you was never my choice. Jimin froze. Her mind refused to accept what she had just heard. Her lips trembled. No, you're lying. Yoongi laughed again, a cold, heartless laugh. I wish I were. He slowly released her chin, then folded his arms across his chest. Do you know why I went to London? You believed I left for higher studies. You waited 5 years, thinking I'd come back because I missed you. He slowly shook his head. Wrong. I ran away. I ran away from you. Jimin's entire body went numb. Yoongi continued mercilessly. The day your parents died and you moved into my house forever, I realized there would never be a single day without you. You were everywhere. Every morning, every meal, every family gathering, even when I was with my friends. You always managed to follow me. I couldn't breathe. So the first chance I got, I left. I left Korea, I left my parents, and I went to London, just to get away from you. Silence. Jimin's tears fell one after another. It felt as if someone was crushing her heart with their bare hands. Yoongi looked at her without a trace of warmth. Yoongi, you're not my type, Jimin. Not as a wife. Not even as a friend. I hate noisy people, and you're the biggest loudspeaker I've ever met. I've spent my whole life tolerating you. But I don't want to anymore. Jimin covered her mouth, trying desperately to stop herself from crying. But she couldn't. Her sobs echoed through the silence. Seeing her like that, Yoongi's anger slowly faded. He closed his eyes for a brief moment before speaking again. His voice was calmer now, but somehow even colder. Listen carefully. In front of everyone, we'll act like a normal married couple, but inside this apartment, we're complete strangers. I'll stay in my room. You'll stay in the guest room. Your luggage is already there. Don't interfere in my life, and don't expect me to interfere in yours. He turned around, ready to leave. But Jimin's broken voice stopped him. Jimin, Yoongi. He froze, without turning back. Jimin wiped her tears with trembling hands. When I came to your office, I asked you if you truly wanted this marriage. I looked into your eyes, and you said, yes. If everything you told me today is true, then why didn't you tell me the truth that day? For several long seconds, Yoongi stood completely still. The apartment fell into complete silence. Finally, without looking back, he answered. His voice was cold, emotionless. Yoongi, because I wanted to become the CEO. Bang! The bedroom door slammed shut. Jimin remained standing alone in the middle of the living room. Her legs slowly gave out beneath her. She collapsed onto the cold floor. Her white wedding dress spread around her like shattered dreams. She wrapped her arms around herself, trying desperately to hold her broken heart together, but she couldn't. The man she had loved since childhood, the man she had waited 5 long years for, had destroyed every beautiful memory with just a few cruel words. On the very first night of her marriage, Min Jimin's heart shattered into countless pieces.
To be continued. After seeing Jimin's condition, I don't think I can say anything today. So, no question for this episode. See you in the next episode.